I would like to propose a movie titled Slithering with Snakes, similar to the movie Swimming with Sharks, but Slithering with Snakes is a true story about betrayal, impostors, and in particular socking military maneuvers. Socking is when personnel are stunned and injected and their memories erased, and electronics are cut, and hardware is placed in the electronics so that it misfires and does not work at all as intended. Also, imposters are present, meaning you do not know who to trust. The people who trusted, family members, bosses, military people, politicians, they be replaced, killed, someone put in their place. And moving assets, moving weapons, moving orders, commands, moving it against you. Slithering with snakes. You have not been socked until you've been in a sock full of snakes and not know what you were doing and who you were with or whatever. I first saw this in 1983 in the U.S. Navy. Mother said it would be like rolling in feces. In other words, if I would join the military, it was worse, Mother. I wish I wouldn't have done it, but I was a foolish young man. Never serve a military if it's not your war. Never work in finance if it's not family money. Never go to places to live where life is improbable. California is that kind of place, in my opinion, and my father warned me. He saw it coming. He said, I see your life. Then he died. And I forgot because I was in a coma, a walking coma from 1983 military service, where we were socked, stunned, injected at sea, and memories erased, electronics were cut, missiles misfired, went to targets that weren't intended to go to. Ships were in stealth. We could not tell what kind of ship we were looking at, who was friend or foe. I was exposed to nuclear water when a bubble came from below the ship. That was in 1983. In 1994, I was stunned and injected at my brother Kurt Cobain's wheel reading. He'd have been better to play with toothpicks and Vienna sausages in the corner than to play that guitar like an angel and made all that money. I wish I'd have protected the little brother. Protect your family before you protect anybody else, even if he just played on the corner for nickels. That's my sentiment now. I learned my lesson. Anyway, I was sun injected, memory erased on that. And the memory didn't come back to 2010 to 2017. 2017, my memory came back on the real Slithering with Snakes job. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation bank examiner. 1999, I was hired. The regional director had been killed in 1991 or 92. Shot in his head with his own gun. Regional director, San Francisco, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Stunned. Shot in the head with his own gun. It's very common these days. Don't own a gun unless you want to be shot in the head, particularly if you work in high finance. And suicides, numerous suicides lately in 2013, 2014. Bankers, Brokesmith, Rossi, Brokesmith of Douche Bank, Rossi of a bank in Italy, Monte dei Paschi di Siena. Yeah, he was murdered too. I would wager on that one. He was similar to my degrees. Those guys found out the truth. This world is mean. Imposters. You don't know who you're talking to. You might be talking to your boss. They won't even be your boss. Be careful what information you divulge. I told my boss about a girlfriend that I had in 1999. And I'd be darned if I wasn't followed. The day I escaped a murder attempt, followed to San Francisco, and then followed to Santa Rosa, and I was stunned outside her home. They saw me coming. I only hope that her daughter was not raped by those people who followed me. 911 was totally of no use. Someone tried to call 911 at the Roseville office, San Francisco. Not Roseville, not the Roseville office. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, California. Call it the Sacramento FDIC. That was on November 12th, 1999. We were stunned and ejected, and I had a ground. I saw the other bank examiners going unconscious. I saw a man to my left, a big fella. raised his hands, his feet. I had my hands and feet on my cane, was watching the show. The guard says, "You are some crazy mother effers." And he was yelling into Joe's ear. Joe was killed, I believe. I saw a guy that looked like Joe on the web the other day. It made me very sad. Joe was a real close friend, but anybody that's under my purview, under my CEO proxy table, is protected by me. If you're not protected by me and they're on the other side, I stuck a knife in your eyeball. Straight to your frontal lobe, straight to your occipital lobe. This world is mean, folks. Swimming with snakes. Slithering with snakes. A lot deeper than the swimming with sharks, particularly if you're socked. Your own family members can be socked. You wouldn't know who it is. They call that a ghoster. Your family member's dead, they replace them. You don't know who they are. You think they're your family member. They recommend you go kill yourself. How depressing that is. They also move all that money out of your account so you happen to have any. If you have any money, you're in more danger than if you have no money. I recommend no women work for the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation and Treasury, and I would stay out of the banks, to be honest. They were raping women at the banks at will, raping men at the FDIC at will, and women. Some of those boys are retarded. Some of them are smart as the smartest snakes on the universe. Slithering with snakes, sock jobs. I want to see this movie, but I know Hollywood's dead. Slithering with Snakes would be so much better. I would even be glad to have a cameo role in it. I could play my guitar. You could do a fake Kurt Cobain specialist. Because one thing I did not learn how to do was play a guitar when I was young, because my family didn't want me to have one. My father did, but he was like in and out. He was too busy playing with Wendy in Aberdeen, I guess, doing whatever he did. Father named all of his first sons Kurt with a wife. He had a wife, new woman, and named that kid Kurt. Yep. Kurt from Aberdeen was more of a German woman. Kurt from Mobile, Alabama was more of an Italian or kind of Dutch, Irish. Italian, Dutch, Irish. Father was Indian. He said his ancestry was from Wales. But my father, he might have been talking about sperm whales. He had a sense of humor. He was never direct. He had me chauffeur him at age 11. Those best days of my life. Around the French Quarter all the way to Baton Rouge, UAP Long Bridge. All them Creole folks to be talking that French. I miss that. Slithering with Snakes. It should be a show. I gotta go. Kurt Brown, St. Rambone. You can see me at Google+, Kurt Brown, St. Rambone, Mobile Audit Club. You can also see me at Facebook, Mobile Audit Club, Kurt Brown. Also, you can see me at Twitter, St. Rambone. You also see me at YouTube, Kurt Brown, St. Rambone. Make sure you put in uploads after when you search on YouTube, so it'll order in my most recent videos. Videos prior to 2010, I was in a walking coma. I have some videos and music where I was trying to remember my memories. I was actually used to put together art and drew paintings and stuff, trying to remember what I forgot. I was diagnosed with a stroke in 2004. I had the stroke in 1999 at the FDIC. I was stunned and injected. I believe they gave me a lobotomy. The government will not pay me workers' compensation. Do not work in finance in the United States government. I wouldn't work in finance at all. Do not work for the military unless it's your war. It is not your war unless you are being attacked personally or your family. Socking is whenever sometimes ghosters will come in, and that is an imposter who has taken over position of someone you knew. That other person is dead. This is extremely dangerous with wills, government positions, military positions, and things of this sort. High-tech warfare has changed. The days of missiles, you might as well throw a boomerang, nuclear bomb at yourself, because it ain't working, baby. See you in the funny pages. Socking. Nothing like slithering with snakes. Hollywood. I want to be in Bollywood. I want to be in Hollywood.